of your jokes. It was a love affair between a pair of heterosexual blokes, but one's a man, one's a man, one's a monkey. Well, the golfer starts the first and makes a scene. Well, you can't make a monkey out of me. The tin is dripping out, so he punches over out. What's for pudding? Pudding, oh yeah. Brian. Peter. Loser. Oh, you're so cool, Brian. Brian. Peter. Loser. Some of the shit I used to do with you. Peter. Loser. Loser. Brian. Peter. Loser. A big fucking loser. Big fucking loser! A big fucking loser! Big fucking loser! Loser!
You guys good?
Yes.
Sweet, nice one. So, Smile, you son of a bitch. Where did that name come from?
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Although
a nice one.
we have got a pretty good list of
It's a
lots of
huge
other
list.
ones.
Yeah,
like,
it took us a long time to settle on that.
Well, no,
one,
it was Smile You Son of a Bitch from the get-go, and then we just went through loads of different ones until we just...
We were a bit self-conscious for a
Yeah,
bit. For
yeah.
a while, weren't we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tainted Budgie was one of them.
Oh, that was one of them. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
One of my favourite was Post-Apocalyptic Pop-Up Pirates.
Yep.
That was...
God's favourite band, that was my
Oh,
favourite.
yeah.
Didn't go with that one, unfortunately. But yeah.
Monkey in a trench coat as well.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that. Or you could be like Monkey and the Trench Coats.
Oh,
Yeah. Just...
When
We'll have a spin-off.
when we do a covers band, that could be it.
Yeah, but we'll just play the songs in reverse. That'll fuck with people's heads.
Oh, the satanic messages. That sounds awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about you guys, a little bit about the band, and what it is you are doing?
Do you want to do the story?
Sound
how we
awesome.
how we know each other?
Yeah.
No. Basically, well, me and Bill have been, been gigging together for probably like 7 or 8 years with Hobo and Hippies. And
we both got a bit bored, didn't we? I think in the end.
I think everybody got bored. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
yeah.
we all hated each other. Well, don't hate each other.
No, we don't.
Shout out, Hobos boys, love you.
Good save.
We did a lot of gigging, and we were sort of alt folk band with lots of harmonies and stuff. And then lockdown happened. Loved it. And
You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah,
Some people had a
no,
really crap
no,
time.
I enjoyed it.
I had a great time.
I had a good time as well.
Yeah.
I understand, yeah.
So I just wanked for 3 months. It was brilliant. No, I'm joking. And we just sat in the back garden. We were like, right, we want to try and come up with, something that we like listening to. And it was, heavy. Obviously, massively into the Beatles and in Kinks and whatnot. So we just tried to work out something that was a bit heavier with some with loads of harmonies over, and then Jack got involved, and then we sort of just tinkered away at it for a little bit of time, and then found more time to do it, I guess.
Yeah, eventually plucked up the courage to go do a gig, and then that's where it all kicked off, wasn't it? Yeah.
Which was April last year?
April the 4th. No, 15th.
It's after your birthday.
Yeah, it was the day the Titanic sank.
Gotta have some memorable days.
Yeah.
This bad thing happened on this. You guys recently took part in a Battle of the Bands competition, did you not?
Yes,
Nice, and that went rather well.
It
It
did.
did.
It
It did.
Very, very surprisingly went well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got involved just because who does Battle of the Bands. I only heard of it from Scott Pilgrim and School of Rock. With,
Tenacious D.
we just wanted to get past the first round. That was honest. That was all we wanted to do. But
no idea that we're going to go on the way it did. No. But it was a lovely venue called The Ship. I will plug them.
Ship in Gillingham.
It's a cracking little venue. Really lovely people.
Ben Schultz.
And Ben Schultz, and the Jack Schultz gang.
Yeah.
You should get those guys on.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I am going to try, but obviously they are doing
busy boys.
They are doing very well.
At the moment. So if they get time, fellas, if you get time, come down and find me. If not, no stress.
Sure, you'll lure him in with the Dominoes or something.
Yeah, there is pizza behind the camera at the moment.
He licked it, so we couldn't have any. But it's there.
So since doing that, have you found there's been quite a lot more traction for you guys? Has been more venues reaching out to you, or
that's a bit difficult actually. Like, we've got a gig up supporting the Hazy Janes in Leeds. I think it's at the Greyston Unity. I think, and. We got that gig, well, we booked it last year, and much to our own detriment, we actually didn't contact anyone for 9 months. But 3 months ago, we emailed every single venue we could find up and down the country, and I think 3 got back to us, and none of them had a date. So it's actually a bit dire at the moment.
I don't know, we've never really tried that hard to get any gigs, to be honest.
No,
we just kind of like, they fall in our lap and we go,
but
I'm not busy.
I'll tell you what, it did spur us on to try and do better in ourselves, having that little victory. Because I mean, when we first started that competition, we're like, we like our music, our mums like the music.
Then you've won. No, from what I heard, guys, honestly, it sounds wicked. And the fact that we had a little bit of a chat off camera and we were talking about sort of like musical influences, and I was like, I can hear a little bit of Demo Pappy, a little bit of Tiger Cub and stuff coming through. What other influences have you guys got? You've obviously mentioned the Beatles. And who else did you say?
Queens of the Stone Age, of course.
they're the main
Actually, Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, they're a big muse of mine at the moment.
Never heard of them.
Do yourself a favour and listen.
Yeah. Do you know King Gizzard and the Lizard
Yes.
Wizard?
Yeah.
They're of a similar kind of vein, but they're really, really damn good.
It seems to be all the heavy influence we have is American and Australian, and then British, like
vocals,
Kinks.
harmonies,
Yeah, I think that was quite for me, quite an important thing to try and... You don't get bands sounding like they used to do in the 60s. You could hear a song and you go, they sound like they're British or something like that.
Yep.
And we wanted to try and get that into music again, because I don't seem to hear it anywhere. Whether we do it or not, I don't know. But that was the inspiration.
No, you're not wrong. I think a lot of English bands, a lot of Australian bands, most bands really, they kind of adopt that American style vocal because for most music it sounds... I'm not going to say better, but it fits.
There's certain words you can't say the word plant or laugh without sounding like a bit of a ponce. You have to say laugh or plant.
Laugh.
The Northerners get away with it.
Yeah, I know.
The Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it's hard to get sort of that uniqueness if all the vocal sounds the same. It's really tricky.
Yeah.
Can you talk us through the lineup? You've got drums, you've got bass guitar, and then 2 vocals, but you've got pedals and stuff. What's going on there? If you want to talk about it, or are they a hidden secret?
There, man. That was an obsession for a long time, that pedal board. I bought myself a briefcase because I thought it would limit me to that space.
Cool.
But that turned into the biggest game of Tetris of my life.
We're drummers. We know exactly what that means. A car and a drum set. Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of... Well, I stumbled upon that amp. There was a fella selling it down in Brighton, and if you listen to this, I'm very, very sorry, but he thought there was something wrong with the clean channel, and it turned out to be a dirty pot. So I got it for cheap, which was good because I didn't have any money at all at the time, so I ended up with that, and everything was kind of built around that. But it does mean that I've got to lug it to gigs everywhere up in London, much to these guys' hatred.
Well, you don't bloody drive anywhere. So
I do, but my car will only do 50 miles an hour, and I can't take anyone
they should
but
have
my
bought
gear.
an old 60s car. Buy something that works and do it yourself. I'm not going to get into it now.
It is a gorgeous car.
Is this a sore point?
No.
Rest of the gear, what?
I just got a chopping board with some stuff on, mate. I don't even know. Billy made me get it.
That
all.
is literally a chopping board.
It is a chopping board.
That
It's
is
a chopping board.
fantastic.
And I got one that I click it and it makes it go big. And then I got another one where it's not so big. And then I got another one which tunes it.
Fantastic.
That's
nice.
That's what I got.
I like that. Simplicity is key,
yeah.
and the chopping board is epic.
Yeah, I can have a
So
sandwich on
good.
it after I've done the
It's
gig.
brilliant. What about you, Jack?
I seem to have more interest in pedals than I actually do drum gear. That is the kit I've had my entire life. My cousin gave it to me when I was 11. It's gone through hell, and somehow
Awesome.
it still sounds okay. It sounds okay, I'll say that. The cymbals, well, some of them are mouldy. Yeah, some of the
Adds to tonal quality,
Yeah.
guys. Come on. Mould is tone.
That's what we're doing, mould rock.
Yeah,
Trying to
there you go.
coin a new
Ba-da-cha.
style.
Yeah, I wish I cared more about drum hardware, but I leave all this stuff in my car. Just
And if you want to steal his drums
Yeah.
out of his car,
it doesn't lock.
Your red plate is. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So you guys have been active in the scene as part of this group for just over a year, right? Okay. Do you think there's anything missing from the music scene in Kent?
more venues.
More venues? Yeah, okay.
with and accessible to young people. The issue with the whole rock and roll scene is obviously generated by the youth, and the youth can't afford £6 a beer. And they certainly can't afford to pay £10 to get into a venue and then spend £6 a beer. And that's the biggest issue, I think. We're lucky with Maidstone and Kent, really, I should say. And we've got great people like Clive Austin and whatnot. But if you want to get new young blood in, then they've got to be able to afford to go out and listen to bands and get into them and support them and then start their own ones. And that's probably the biggest issue. Really, it's the economy, and I blame the government, not the music scene.
Even London's bad. London's the best place for people to just come in off the street, but no, there's maybe New Cross Inn was maybe only
New
one.
Cross Inn was always
Yeah,
but there's
yeah,
still a fair amount of money on the door. But I mean, you can't blame a venue for charging money on
Oh
the door.
no,
can
no,
you?
no, no,
But-
no!
I love
They
playing to the
need
crap house
more
outside.
support, is what. We're
Yeah,
trying to
the
say.
venues definitely need. I think if the venue's got support, it would solve a lot of problems in that regard. But yeah.
But we are generally quite lucky, I think, in this area.
Well, there's a hell of a lot of good bands
and
about.
there's loads of good bands.
Hell of a lot of good
and there
bands.
are good venues. But where we live, I mean, in Westrum, it's just a little village. We haven't got anything. I got to play in the local Italian/Jamaican cafe because there's nothing else going on. It's rubbish. But and same with Sevenoaks. You got to go to the, dare I say, the more working class areas, and that's where all the good music is, and the venues and places where you can see it.
I'd say that the only place I've been to recently that has a decent scene is Brighton, but then Brighton is completely oversaturated. There are way too many bands down there.
Yeah.
And we haven't actually got into Brighton yet.
I don't think we've done a single gig in Brighton.
No.
So from my experience of being down there, just for bands outside of Brighton to break into it, it's quite difficult because, like you said, it's really oversaturated, and the venues kind of want to support the local bands coming up, unless you are a significant touring act coming through. It's hard to get those gigs because they're very few and far between.
Well, it seems to be the uni bands like Water Bear and BIM. Those bands do very, very well. I lived in Brighton for 2 years and I didn't play a single gig there while I lived there. I played gigs before I moved, and
I had the same experience. I was down there for a year. I didn't play a single gig, which was so weird. It's so strange because I was surrounded by so many amazing musicians.
Yeah,
but
it's a great scene down there.
It was just weird because the opportunity just never arose. And then as soon as I left, I was gigging left, right, and centre. Is it me? Did I do something? Brighton, do you not like me? Probably not, to be fair. Everyone's looking at me like, oh, here we go. Have you guys got material out at the moment? You got songs out?
This is
This has been what we've been building towards. Everyone's been asking this for a long time.
Yes,
we
short
do.
is the
We've got
answer.
3
You can go on
songs.
Spotify, you can go on potentially iTunes, and you might have to type in "Smile You Sob" rather than "bitch"
Or
or something like that. Yeah, something like that. There's stuff on YouTube.
Our social media handles are Smile You SOB, but on Spotify it's Smile You Son of a Bitch.
Okay, just
which
make
we
it
should probably
complicated.
change.
But he is building a studio
yes.
in his house,
Awesome.
and then we will.
Well, yeah, I've been collecting gear for the past 3 years now, I think. Just slowly building it up. And now, first I need to stop the house falling down. Then I need to take out some stairs to make room for some massive speakers that we got the other week, which are quite outstanding.
Stupid speakers.
He hates them.
What's the point? They're like bigger than like my cooker, and
There's two. Well, one's bigger than your cooker, and there's 2 of them.
yeah, don't need it. Don't need it. Just get some earphones.
The thing is, I would say the speakers are really, really nice. I agree with him because you already had a really nice set of speakers to begin with.
Yes.
really, really.
But we need more.
More bass, more volume. Yeah. But that's the plan. First, I've got to do all that stuff, and then we're going to start recording
around February is when we
Yeah,
want
around
to
February is
start
the plan.
recording.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then after that release, and then get ourselves into gear. Like we should have after the Battle of the Bands, like given as with the traction, we should have like pushed it, but there was nothing to push in our
get
heads. So we've got the 3 songs. But we need to record more, but
Well,
also
yeah, I think the main thing is that we wanted like the freedom to experiment with stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and
yeah,
paying,
yeah.
paying for,
Stuck in there for
for
one
studio
day or
time
whatever.
and experimenting is just not doable.
Don't do it at the same time. Definitely don't.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
just do
yeah.
the experimenting and be like you said, studio kind of costs so much money. You want to just get in, record it, and make sure it's done.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't want to settle
solid
for
as
anything.
possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Otherwise, it just becomes a very long, drawn out, and very expensive process.
Mhm.
So, the material you're going to record, is that going to be an EP? Is that going to be an album?
Wow, we've been thinking about different ways of doing it. There's lots of ideas.
my
flying around.
my thinking is we record the songs that we have, and just as we go along, if something just rises to the top, it's done. Maybe a single. We'll just see how it goes. It could be a
Yeah.
single, then an EP, then, or if it's an album, I think just add.
We will do an album eventually.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
on my
yeah.
bucket list to do an album for this band. For sure, yeah. But I think for the time being, it might just be the odd track here and there, maybe EPs. I
Yeah.
really don't know. Or it might be a whole album if it all goes really well.
Or it may sound terrible, and we may
and
have
we
to
never
scrap the whole.
release it again.
Yeah,
You might all turn and hate each other. Just be like, no, you're shit. No, you're shit. No, you're shit.
That's what happened with the last band, isn't it?
So you guys, I noticed like you've got some like comedic elements to your tunes. Where's that from? Because you were talking about
Actually, no,
space a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
as
yeah,
well.
it's don't take anything too seriously. You know,
Good.
I think that's where it all stems from. Really, we want to have fun.
I know you said don't throw shade on anyone. This isn't specific.
No,
No,
no.
there's too many bands in the industry that are too serious.
I get that.
Yeah, and
Give me an example.
No names. Can we call them?
it's just
It's about having fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is,
If we're having fun and people see that we're having fun on stage, then they'll enjoy it more. And
Yep,
there's
I
too
agree.
many bands who do take it too seriously, and you just want to look good. You can't make this look good, so there's no point worrying about it. Just enjoy yourself, have fun, don't take it too seriously, and then you never get nervous because you don't you're not just trying to impress everybody. You just
each gig's a rehearsal to us. Just it's a fuck about, and
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Some are
That's really
better
cool.
than others.
yeah.
Oh, we all have bad gigs. Have you guys got any like funny or like really? Like,
We've cleared a room.
awkward-
Oh, we cleared a room.
We've cleared a room, yeah.
That was
But not because of anything like sonically bad. It's because we said
no,
this
well, we
one's
got-
about politics,
Yeah,
and
oh
then
God, yeah.
I thought you were going to say like one of you farted.
that
would be so good.
I'm just about to go into a solo. I'm like, oh god, what is that? All the time.
Someone else is looking at you in the back like, yeah.
We haven't had any like in the same way like the Hobos had some really drunken.
Well, the hobos. The worst one with hobos was the radio thing. That was BBC Radio Kent.
I don't remember. Was I really drunk?
No. We were all completely sober, but I was rather hungover.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah.
That was the
don't talk
worst
about
experience there. But this band, like, there hasn't been any awful moments, has
I
there?
pull my lead out in the middle of a gig a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I tread on it and I'm like, what's going on? The bass is great. Sound man. He's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I do that a
but
lot.
people seem to like us more when we do that. Just
Yeah.
a fuck up, we laugh about it, move on.
Yeah, it's like watching the Three Stooges but like play music.
I like that. That's cool. I won't keep you much longer, guys. What are your social media handles? How can people get hold of you? What's the sitch?
I'm impossible to get hold of, but Jack, you know all the social
Nice.
media handles.
It's Instagram SMILE YOU SOB. All of them is SMILE YOU SOB.
Carrier Pigeon's quite a good one, actually.
Yeah,
Nice.
We're gonna set up an OnlyFans very, very soon.
Awesome. Damn
Yeah.
right.
Toe pictures galore.
Not that.
Wait, do we?
Yeah, there's plenty of pictures
do
of
we?
these.
Do we mention the website handle we're gonna use?
Yeah, we need to build a website, actually. That's next year.
We've got the domain name.
We bought the domain name so no one can steal it, so we can say
Fantastic.
Which is what?
it. We don't have a website.co.uk.
That's very good. I like that.
Yeah. But otherwise, if you just want to just follow us on Instagram,
Smart.
come and see us.
Yeah.
We'll give you a free sticker.
We're running out of them, actually, so
We-
come
we-
soon.
Yeah.
Come soon.
So yeah, SMILE YOU SOB on Insta and SMILE YOU SON OF A BITCH on the streaming platforms.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs out on YouTube, to be fair, if anyone wants to.
SMILE YOU SOB on YouTube.
Oh, like videos of you guys at gigs.
Yeah, gigs and stuff. Yeah,
fantastic.
like, if you want to hear more of our stuff, like that's the best option you got at the moment, really.
okay.
Yeah,
We
we've
did
got a
a-
lovely man called Alex who just basically follows
that
us
man.
around and films.
Screams
and
with
screams
joy.
at some of these loads, yeah. And he's put loads of stuff out there, bless him.
Should have
So.
brought him here today.
Yeah.
Just had him in the background.
Oh no, you want our friend Tom for that.
He's the one. He is the one.
He is the one.
Nice. Last question, guys. If you guys could play a show with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh God.
You can do it collectively as a group or individually, however you want to answer.
Well, in this band format.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
Queens of the Stone Age would be a sick one.
Yeah,
I feel that would fit. Yeah.
Demo Pappy would be awesome. Psychedelic Prawn Crumpets would be awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to go for like Celine Dion,
Enya.
Bryan Adams, anything Canadian.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Canada. They've got maple syrup and like lots of trees, and
Some interesting political situations going on at the moment. But yeah, or Canada.
I mean, if you're going with that angle, Kate Bush.
Oh, I'd love to play.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good shout.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, Kate Bush would be really good.
Not sure how much she'd like us, but
Oh no, I think she'd.
I think she'd like you. I think she'd hate me. Let's be honest. She looks like a vegetarian, and I just don't think we'd get on.
Oh god. Well, on that note, chaps, thank you so much for coming
Thank
down.
you, man.
thank you,
Great
man.
time.
We
Really nice.
would love to have you back again at some point, but like I said before, we might set you some challenges. We might do some interesting stuff, just to change it up a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much for coming down.
Yeah, brilliant, man.
no ABBA.
No,
ABBA. The challenges.
And
It's
no chili
all
either. No, there's no chilies. I don't know what kind of challenge it's going to be, but I can't have chili, so don't put that in there.
Noted.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, I'm worried about shitting myself on camera.
Oh, we're gonna have both. It's gonna be great.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. Thank you,
for
mate.
having us,
Thank you.
man.
Heard you say I need you, honey, right before I hit the floor. Shut your face and take my money. I never knew I was a whore for your love. And good times when the bone walk the line. Saw your knickers on my bathroom floor. With a tie hanging on my door, there's a try as the night started having sex and sniffing the flowers, free from the shackles of reality. Hypnotized by psychedelic trousers, and I really miss the way you wore it for me. I confess to you, dear, I'm a mess without you, dear. I'm the sun, as it says, brings me down. Won't pretend to be a little boy. Time to cry and use treats me like I wanna be used. But man, I really miss the way you dunk me in tea. I confess to you, dear, I'm a mess without you, dear. The sun, as it says, makes it I won't pretend to be your little boy. Time to cry and use your dirty What you say defeats you, honey. Touch his face and shut the door. Leave no trace and take my money. I'm sick and tired of waiting for all your love and good times. Say goodbye. I'm